Hello, friends, and welcome back to my hobby home. My name is Kathy. Thank you so much for joining me. I have the appearance of having power, but I don't. My house is currently 44 degrees. I just got home. Let me show you what I'm using. In lieu or for power, I have this little thing. It is a light bulb. It's an LED light that is rechargeable. I'm going to hang it back up so it doesn't look so bad in here. But I have two of them. I have one here and one here. That is all the light I have currently. I could take this quilt down. And guys, I've been getting a lot of questions about this quilt right here behind me. That is the Silverstone. If I'm not mistaken, that is the Silverstone that we did a sew along with. Back at the beginning, I think, of 2025. So this is our updates and a little information. And let's see what we've had going on. Well, my main project this week has been this Full Hearts. This is the out of the Fat Quarter Shop 2026 limited edition Cupid box. This pattern is called Full Hearts. This is going to be a table runner. We will make 2 of these squares. And guys, you're going to hear my cat out there. He is traumatized because I'm working 12-hour shifts right now and I just got home. But we will also do one with X's and O's. Now, I did do an X and an O block. There's our X block. And here's our O block. I have not gotten any further with it because as soon as I got this done, I was going to start working on it again, and we lost power. We have been without power. Let's see, it went out, today's Monday, it went out Saturday at about 5 p.m. So we are now going on almost 48 hours with no power. So, but this has been my project of the week, that X's and O's, but I have been working on something else. Being that I can't sew because I have no power to run my sewing machine, this does not require power. I've been working on this. What I'm working on right now is filler work right in this area right here. Let me get that where you can see that better. I've been doing a lot of filler work, you know, just a few stitches here and a few stitches there. And, you know, that's all it takes is a few stitches here, a few stitches there, and eventually it will be done. I do not see that anytime in the near future because I cannot see the pattern and all of that right now. I'm pretty certain it's because of all of the steroids that I had to take while I was sick. Steroids always mess my eyes up. It makes everything real fuzzy and hazy. So right now, that's what we're dealing with. I'm trying to get to where I can see. I can raise my glasses up extra like that. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if they got my reader too far down. I don't know why, but guys, those are the only 2 things that I have worked on. I had to miss the live with Tammy and Alicia on Friday. I started working 12-hour shifts Saturday morning at 12 a.m. and I worked till noon. I just completed, let's see, I did Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Today is Monday. So I'm recording this the day you guys will see it. I really wish I could sew, but that's not happening right now because I have no power here at my house. But hopefully they did say they saw some power trucks in the area earlier today, but I saw them yesterday when I came in and the tree was across the road. So let me give you a little update on the weather situation. Well, I was able to assess a little more today. I drove around the perimeter of, well, I can only drive the front and the side. Well, I went to check on my dad, so I can see the back side of my shed. My shed has a lean-to on it. I have I think it's a 16 by 20 or a 14 by 20 shed. And we put a lean-to on it to store our overage of firewood that we had. Well, that shed is no longer standing. So, that's not good. But it is under big trees. We knew these trees were probably going to be coming down. We've already had one tree come down, but it went perfect between the tree and the shed, and we didn't get so lucky this time. As far as damage sustained, right now that is the biggest damage, but we do have damage on the house. Where we had a porch added onto the back, a porch and a carport added to the back of the house. And apparently water got between the two, it swelled, and now it's like a river between the house soffit and the porch. So now my porch is not even safe to be under. It's iced over, and that's how I get in and out of my house. So I'm having to put salt on that so I can get in and out of the house. It's very dangerous because today when I got home, I started coming up the steps and my foot slipped right out from under me. Thank goodness I was on the bottom step, and my foot just slipped to the ground. And guys, this looks like it's really hazy. I hope it's not. It very well could be because, like I said, it's very cold in my house. It's like 44 degrees. But as far as like the trees and stuff, they're gone. We're going to have almost every tree on the property cut down, which is a lot of trees. I have 2 huge oak trees. One that's on my driveway goes right between these 2 huge oak trees. Both of those are probably going to have to come down. Then I have 2 huge oak trees that are on both sides of my bay window. When I had my house put in, I made sure my bay window was right in the middle of those 2 trees. Now, granted, it's not right next to the house. I just have it where when I look out the bay window, I can see straight out. Those 2 trees are probably going to have to come down. I already had a cedar tree come down, and I have another cedar tree in the further part of my front yard that's probably going to have to come down. Over here on this end, I have 2 oak trees that's probably going to have to come down. And back here in the back, it's awful. It is just absolutely awful. And to get trees cut down here, you're looking at like $1,200 a tree. So I'm going to have to find somebody crazy enough to scale the tree and start chopping it down. Have them tie to the tree and cut, a top block and keep cutting. And because I can't afford $1,200. And I'm not going to have somebody cutting it at the bottom and it landing on my house. They're going to have to scale it and start cutting it. I've seen it done before. Trust me. There's people out there crazy enough to do it like that. But, friends, that is the extent of my creativity this week. Right now, what I'm trying to do is get my house warm. I've loaded the fireplace up with firewood. I will be loading it up again when I leave out of my sewing room. I'm in my sewing room, but it's dark in here. Thank goodness my phone picks up more light than is actually in here. But friends, thank you for coming and checking out what's going on here. We don't have a lot of updates because, as I said, I'm still working 12-hour shifts, midnight to noon, and I'm tired. We have no power. We have no heat because the firewood is not doing it. So I'm actually we have a truck stop in town that I work. I'm going to be calling them and seeing if I can't reserve one of their showers for later this evening before I have to go into work, so I can go in, take me a warm shower, wash my hair, do all the lady things. Because I just need to feel good. Because right now I'm feeling froze. And I think a nice warm shower will fix that. I talked to my daughter. It's $20 for an hour. I'm like, look, you and I can go in and shower for the first 30 minutes. The second 30 minutes, I'm like, your fiance and your baby can go in there and take a shower. That way, I don't know if it's separated where you got a room, where you got the mirror, and where you can blow dry your hair and everything. But I'm going to be taking a shower tonight in warm. So hopefully, because if not, I'm just going to run some warm water at work, and I'm going to be bathing out the sink. I'm going to be sticking my head in the sink. I'm going to be carrying my hair dryer and everything. I'm going to be taking me a bath at work if I have to. But friends, thank you for joining me. Let me know what crazy, chaotic things is going on in your world right now. If you're being affected by this storm, I hope everyone is warm and safe. And stay off the roads if you don't have to get on them. Unfortunately, I have to get on them every day. Oops, one of my lights just went out. So friends, once again, give me a thumbs up before you head out. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, friends.